We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so moving on, so this is part six of the 6-part series, exposing Wilfred Rattigan's tragedy, along with his other cumbelos or you say cronies, and people say cronies are criminals and them thing there, you understand what I tell you, their strategy to destabilize the Jamaican government for personal and political gain. But in the same breath, it can be potentially draw federal scrutiny. And, as someone who is well versed in law surrounding financial crime, including money laundering, he must be acutely aware of the risk involved. So why would he expose himself to possibility of further legal actions by the FBI and agency which he already had a contentious relationship? So, make no sense. We know some people like ugly some of them guys they are all seized a criminal, them guys they right through them man they always got a prison and them thing there from England days. And as I hear Herb talk about it earlier, and I say him live in a nice house, although it's not, the house is in registered in a non-profit account. So him pay taxes at England too, real criminal, ugly some, Yeah, him pay taxes as criminal because I'm registered the thing as a non-profit. Say I'm a LP, all kind of thing. So I'm a real criminal. I don't know how people associate themselves with these kind of people. So let's see how this thing is going to work out, because if the Jamaican government file a report against these people, even back in a Jamaican Baby Trump and Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell, all of these people, say justice will be served. Yes, we are telling that. So let's see what is going to happen if the Jamaican government is going to act and report these people. Because non-profit, you can't take non-profit money and snipe it off and use it for yourself. It's called money laundering in America. So this is part 6 of the 9-part series. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
Trusted, because that means you're listening to all the conversations them in DOD and with the Justice Department.
Mm-hmm.
You have access to all the criminal investigations and stuff. So, who else would you hire than somebody can trust? Is it strange how Jamaicans in key positions in this country, and most people don't even know it?
True.
And I take it as a badge of honor,
mm-hmm.
that they would give us all these responsibilities that they gave to us. But Rattigan is the other one screw it up. That man should have been able to predict 9/11 and do all kinds of stuff.
But 9/11 could be prevented, Remember, so we have all of the intelligence, but you have to understand that everything was done because of them want to change law and infringe on people's rights. You understand?
Yeah.
It was done by...
No. Trust me, brother. When you made a correct statement, it could have been prevented.
Yes, all of the intelligence was there, and them never want to do it.
Yeah. When you look at it, why would all the bigwigs them in government, in Bush administration, why were they flying private jets? Why were they paying for what do you call them? The blue and white jets at Andrews Air Base, the executive jet. They were using that exclusively. They would not fly commercial. They knew what was coming. We knew what was coming, right? Because we had eyes on them jokers. As a female colonel in DIA, took them eyes off. And you have to wonder now, who ordered her to remove the monitors?
Well, everything was done by design. That's remember saying the government just want more power to control people. Once you have to get the fear factor in, then you get to do it.
And that's something that we have to live with to this day. Nobody that's in our business believe for a second that they couldn't stop it.
Them could have stopped it, man, but them wanted to control this. They wanted to control people. You don't understand what I'm saying?
Yep. But it's the same thing with the Israelis and this war. Netanyahu was the one who helped start Hamas.
Yes, because they have to control them. Yes.
Yeah. And then him is the one, up to the day of the attack, he was still supporting them. The man removed the Israeli troops from southern Israel, where they came across. He removed them. And the group that they attacked was the same group that was protesting against him and the other guys because they wanted to take over the Supreme Court in Israel. So he knew that when they attacked that group, it wasn't anybody that was from the conservative side. It was the liberals then. And he also knew that he could then turn it around and attack Hamas.
And him get it wrong.
Well, look, the man killed 40,000 people and nobody has stopped him.
Well, and guess what? Let's see what will happen because, with this younger generation, it's a total different ball game. Because Israel are going to become a pariah state, whether or not we want to believe it.
They are already a pariah state.
Yeah, with this young generation. And it's going to topple just like South African regime. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, they're gonna force this
administration.
Kamala Johnson, come in. If Kamala, if she wins, they're gonna force her hand. They're supporting her because they want her to win, and since she is law enforcement conscious, somebody is gonna have to arrest them three jokers in Israel: Netanyahu, Smotrich, and the other asshole that organized these killings, and turn them over to the International Criminal Court.
Well, let's see what is going to happen then. Huh?
Well, we have to wait and see. You're right. But, you can't kill people like this and expect that the U.S. will cover your ass. It has to come to an end. And things let them say come up to bump.
Yep, true.
I just lose respect for certain people when they come up to this level. You can't look at George W. Bush, who killed over 200,000 Iraqis. Because why? Because Cheney and them set it up to blame Iraq for the attack in 9/11, knowing damn well.
They use Colin Powell integrity.
Yeah.
I said when you have reputation, you can tell lies.
You manipulate.
Yes.
You manipulate. See? I know it, brother. I was there. And I couldn't believe Powell fall for some bullshit like that.
Well, he knew what he was getting into. I remember say to get power, you have to involve in a certain thing. You have to be willing to sell your soul.
Yeah.
And he did just that, you know.
You have to close your eyes, hold your nose, pass the smell test.
Yes.
You know.
You have to just do some things, so, you know. You have to go along to get along. According to them, that's what them say, you know.
But they know what was coming up. They knew exactly why it came up. And they knew that there's no way it will be overlooked. Just like how we knew about 9/11 and they looked the other way.
Yeah, 9/11 could be prevented, but they didn't want to prevent it. You have to understand that, you know.
Yeah,
it was something that
led to killings in Iraq.
Yes, unnecessary killings, but you know, you have to understand that these people don't value life. The only life matters to them is theirs, you know, and people who them love. And I remember saying remember that there was this guy that used to work with the CIA, you know, and he was a part of the thing with Oliver North, you know, and them couldn't lock him up. You remember that guy? What's his name?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember that whole case.
Yeah, what's his name again?
Oliver North and
no, we're not talking. I'm talking the guy that was behind everything, the CIA guy, and them couldn't do him nothing. Cause him say, if them lock him up, them have to go lock up Reagan too. The CIA, the case officer that was involved in the Iran thing.
I know.
And him testify at a Congress and them have to abrupt it, man, because him start talk some things.
I remember that. I remember that well.
Yeah, man. And the man, I tell you, every man say, the people now, him say if American people have a government that is truthful, the system will crumble down, it will go into ashes. Him say, we don't run by truth, man, so stop telling people them nonsense, you know. People them want an honest government, but you're not going to get one, because if you get an honest government, everything will crumble.
They cannot ever have an honest government because they lie about so many things.
Because that's what
they're doing in the best interest of America.
And the people, and them never about that, never ever, and they will never will.
The people don't ask questions, but young people do, and that's why things are going to change.
Well, that's
that's why things won't get hot. But them young people, man, they don't put up with no bullshit.
Yeah.
You know. And just like how they're calling them out now over the Palestinian situation, they're going to call them out.
And the worst, but you know the worst part about it with the Palestinian thing, you know that them don't even like us as black people either. But we love everyone and them don't love us either. Cause them,
I know.
You understand what I'm saying?
I talked to them right here in Virginia. And the one guy admit it.
Them not like black people. It's because you understand what I'm saying? And black people love everyone, you know, but nobody no love us.
Yeah.
We love everyone, but no one loves us, you know.
But then again, the Israelis, they used to like us and work with us. But even them now, they work against us.
No, well, the thing is that now, remember, say everything starts with Israel. Remember, say Netanyahu is a racist, you know. It started with Obama. You understand?
Well,
because
you know him from Hungary, right?
Yeah, man, him racist too, man, and them thing. But them are falling, you know. Nothing no last year, you know, a good salt. I remember said they are not the real Jews. The Jews and the Egyptians that's there, they are not the real Jews. They are not Egyptians. They are all invaders. Black people, our ancestors believe.
This is why it's against the law to do ancestry searches in Israel. Because the proof will be there that you're not of the King David line or any line whatsoever.
Yeah, man, but the white people are really white people. Remember, said they are Neanderthals and reptilians. You understand? Our ancestors teach them to walk upright.
Yeah.
But you know that's why them have all of these gadgets. If you watch, you know, even on YouTube, you know, if you notice, most people on YouTube is all about entertainment and political optics. Them not like the truth. If you tell people the truth, you know, them hate you, you know. So that's why the world is built on lies.
They have known for a long time that these white people from Hungary, from the Soviet Union,
Era,
from
yes.
all over, that when they bring them out and bring them to Israel, it's just people who wanted to get the hell out of the country, and that they knew they could use them against Russia.
But
right, and then they set up the state of Israel to control the whole Middle East.
yeah, but they are going to fall. They are going to fall, and England do it, you know, and then England back out and leave America. America continue the same thing, but it's going to fall. Cause nothing last ever. We all know that, you know. So in a life, nothing last ever.
And the English are masters of
yeah, man. No longer that, masters of lies. Remember, say them are the architect of lies, you know, man. Lies, racism, everything that is evil come from England. England, remember, say England make we as black people been on a bandit for centuries.
Yep.
Remember, say it's Charles Darwin, you know, they tell the people, them say black people, them say them use a donkey jawbone and say that our brain, or that our head, our brain look. And for centuries, them been propagating that. You understand? One race of people, you know, we should not be here, you know. So that's why I don't understand why we allow people to divide us as a people. But guess what? It is done by design, because as we say, it's them not care about us, you know. It's what's in it for me. You understand? Nobody not love black people. Black people not even love themselves.
We have to learn that we're gonna have to start depending more on each other.
That's not going to happen, because you're going to have people that is among us who hate us for the truth. Even look at a man like me who's from the belly of the beast. You have some people, you have people within my community, you know, who they will call me privately and they will tell me things, you know, but publicly them cannot defend me. They can't. Because if them defend me publicly, them will kill them. Because them see me as a traitor, although me I tell them the truth. Plenty youth in my community, in a Jonestown and Concrete Jungle now, the mother and father force them to read. Guess what? Because of me, them I say, no man, hey, you have to listen. And them say, you have to listen to that youth here, the man here, you know. Because him used to live in Mr. Buff yard. Him used to live there, so him and Bogle, them a family. A 51 Maya Street, I feed them a big yard. I feel them family used to control and come on to politics and Tony Spall and them things. So you have to listen to him, you know, because him totally different from the rest of him family. Me have people in my family, you know, who are my cousin, you know, me and them are cousin no more, you know. Yeah, man, them say,
them disown you.
Yeah, man, them say, no, sir, we are Christian. Me and him are nothing. And them say, me not even know him, you know. Yeah, man, so I just saw it go, you know. You have to yeah, man, you have to understand that, man.
Yeah. Listen, brother, I got my dog going crazy behind me. And I know I gotta go help feed.
Yeah, so you know, Dr. Nelson, what would be honorable and nice, man, to see the, you know, at least when it come on to the Constitution, even with the new Constitution, the people are not inputting it. You understand?
Well, we're fighting that battle too, brother. Let me tell you, there's a lot of battles to be fought.
Yeah, but boy, would I like that the only thing for putting out for you people them make all of the political representatives live in the community them.
I agree with that.
Them not going to do it. They are not going to do it. They are not going.
Even the Supreme Court here rule on that.
Yes, but that's what I'm telling you. You know that's. Look here, we don't even need no Caribbean court of justice. We don't need no other court. We can't have a phone final court. We corrupt, make the whole of us stay corrupt until we get it right. We will get it right one day. All it take is leadership and courage. Yes, when I said that one party is a little bit better than the other, nobody feel. And I'm gonna say, in my labor right and them thing there. When I say that, me no hold no water for no guy, you know. If you listen to my channel, you know, from ever since, you know, Me have a least respect for Andrew Wallace, you know. Because Andrew Wallace, you know, him a criminal supporter too, you know. Me must say them see a man pass the Indicom Act and give criminal them all kind of powers. Them don't do anything to motivate the police force. Special branch them scrap it. The detective them have them in an office, and then them have police and soldier or guard communities. What kind of thing that? Because they are benefiting from it. For them friend can move coke from one point to the other on guns. Jamaica is the only place in the world where you can get roll with a ship them with 1 trailer load of cocaine. And the most you can do a 5 year of prison, and under that, you pay a fine or 5 years of prison. Which drug dealer you know now have money to pay a fine?
Well, the fine system in Jamaica was for when the dollar was almost 2 for 1 or 1 for 1.
No, them same one change it, man, and them thing there. Them, remember say them who involved in a drug business. Remember say a little man at 33 and 35 lane at Walton Park Road and Johnson and Jungle. I people them have degrees. And them are the real criminal of Jamaica, you know. You understand? Yeah. So that's why I tell you, say the system itself corrupt. Remember say most of the people them, you know, most of the elites them in Jamaica, you know. If you look at them background, you know, most of them, you know, them mother and them father were drug dealers and thieves. And at them down near Mr. and Mrs. Jones, thief them. What you expect them to do on them thing there? Them grew up in a criminal family. The only thing now them have status because they live uptown and them go to school. But nothing that thieves are like them. You understand? And that's the problem we have in Jamaica, you know. You understand? We have you know, the prime minister don't love Jamaican people. You know, and look here, and be able to emperors. See the youth where him did a push on them thing there, Danville Palmer, him that jail in Mexico. Them send him back to Jamaica because him know I tell him, you know, this mindset of this criminality and them thing there. Them do not want the people them don't want the people them for them don't want a reset because the reset are gonna affect them. Because the same poor people now will be able to educate themselves and, you know, attain certain amount of financial stability in our country. In which as still, you know, Jamaica is the most expensive place to live, you know. I went to Jamaica a few months ago, you know, and the amount of money that I spent in a 1 week down there, I couldn't spend so much money in America. All the people that manage down there. You understand?
And I was there in March. Spent almost a month, and I can tell you, I spend in excess of 5,000 US.
So I tell you, say the amount of money you spend down there, me now spend that in a month in America.
Yeah,
it's expensive, man. I don't know how people that manage down there still do, you know. Believe you me, you know.
The people them have to live off the land.
Well, and them lazy, them don't want to, you know, them don't in that time.
They don't want plant nothing. That's the problem. Them want beg. Man, they're big. I'm gonna say, wait, where you live? You have no land. You have land.
Them blind, man. Them blind.
Yeah, where you plant? Me not plant. No, me don't have no time for that. See, you won't come out and beg.
Well, the people them lose faith in our system still, though.
Yeah.
In everywhere, the judicial.
But you and I know leadership. Leadership is the motivator who can motivate people to do things that they don't normally want to do.
All right, but look here now. All right, look here.
You tell me Andrew Holness is a leader.
No, man. Which part of man? I don't see him as a leader.
Even when him called the meeting 2 years ago for make changes.
Changes to what?
And the 3 women, them, Kamina Johnson, the one that had the education ministry now. Them 2 women, they tell him where to go. Because he must go and change them. He must tell us he will change them.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 women, them refuse, so they're not going away. Now, this one want to leave the education ministry and become Minister of Finance because she have that business.
She have that business acumen.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, she used to go Harvard and them thing there, but one problem we have with her and them thing there, why she gonna hug up the thiefing brother named Royal Reid? Him a thief, you know. Him should him supposed to die prison or film case that takes so long to try.
Well, brother, you know you have to kiss the ring. And Royal Reid was the one who went in there and took over the ministry.
Education.
The Ministry of Education cannot account for $900 billion in money. The other one is the Ministry of Health. They can't account for $700 billion in money. Right? But who was at the Ministry of Education? You had Andrew Holness. You had Ruel Reid. You had Ruel Reid, woman, Dr. Grace McLean, a woman, men are clash up.
Then they have Ronnie Thwaites, the man who try put the LGB try to put the rear admiral thing them on the kids them through the back door. Him and our cousin Dr. Caroline Gomes.
Yeah.
Who speak up against them thing here?
Man, we have, brother. You just when did you start listening to our program?
Let me tell you. You see, once I realize that it's been slanted a certain way, and it's kind of, you understand that. Me just number one. Let me tell you this now. I'm a kind of person. I am a person. Me deal with facts. Me not deal with hyperbole and them things. I like to deal with straight things. I just mean that. You understand? So just like how anything I hear me say, I can defend it anywhere in the world and them things. The only thing a man can say, boy, I'm sound like him a labor right. Me love Edward Seaga. The reason why I love Edward Seaga, when I was a youth growing up, me did safe. That's it. Nothing else. I
don't want to burst your bubble.
Yes.
But Edward Seaga allowed himself to be strongly influenced by the CIA.
Yes, man, we know that. We not deny that. I look here. Wait.
Ask yourself this. Why would you, as an opposition leader, allow the weapons to be brought in that led to the killing of innocent young people?
What weapons you talking about? You're talking about when Edward Seaga was opposition in the 70s?
Yeah.
All
M16.
Right. Hold on. No. All right.
Members of the PNP.
No, man.
Over 20 members of the PNP youth organization.
No, man. Let me tell you this now. And this, boy, I'm glad you said that now on them thing there. And me I show, and that's why I'm telling you, that's why PNP people on the road.
And before you say a whole lot, this is some of the stuff I discovered by my research.
Well, look here.
You don't have to ask me where I researched that. And this man felt comfortable in his skin doing that, knowing he could return as a U.S. citizen at any time. He knew that. See, I knock Michael, I knock you, Shara. I knock a lot of them because you, Shara, is the one that caused the guy Rodney to be killed.
No, I'm not sure. I people them in a Guyana cause Walter Rodney to be killed.
Yeah, but after
so you share him block him from come back in our country and him thing there. Yes, we not gonna deny that. You understand?
But you know, it was the Canadians, them, the bankers, who dreaded Rodney the most, and who wanted him dead. And when you have a situation like that, and then CIA enter the picture, they couldn't afford to have Rodney speaking out and motivating people the way he was, because he was talking to the college and university students. And they had that sergeant, that Guyana Defense Force sergeant, to assassinate him.
Yes, them did that.
And the current National Security Advisor, who is also a former captain in the air wing of the Guyana Defense Force, are the one flew the man out of the country.
Yeah, man, right? It was a cover up too,
It was a cover up, yes. But then, are the same group of guys that turned drug dealers, Jack Dale and the rest of them, that they had to get rid of and bring the other guys in.
Mm-hmm.
The brigadier general from the who turned politician.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that guy work out a 50-50 deal on the oil exploration and sales, they want to get rid of him because they know they have more stuff on Jack there or the rest of the Ghanese guys they got rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring them back. I went down to monitor the elections in Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
And that Sunday before the election, the man them spread over $40 million in the capital city of Guyana. Buying all their votes.
Who did it?
The current party in power.
Mm-hmm.
But they had the US and the UK influence behind them. Do you know the night when they're counting votes, the American Chamber of Commerce come in and declare them the winner before they have a chance to finish counting votes.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew the gig that they had everything set. Right? And when you buy out an election, just like the 2020 election, we knew that there was $10 million in the kitty for that in Jamaica.
So who buy out the election? Because I know that I know this for a fact. I had spoken to a guy from Portmore. He's on the channel. He's a deportee. He went to prison and them thing there. Karen Cross even talk about him. And him spill all of the beans them on Mark Golan. So it's buy them by the election and against what's your name?
Well, I was going to tell you that. Mark Golan them was offering $5,000 a vote.
Them buy the vote them from the people them in the PMP, and that's how him become a leader. Buy them buy it. And him now win it because him earn it. I buy them buy votes. Yeah. So you saw the people them licky. Or you for do something like that.
That 10 million was equivalent to 14 billion Jamaican. So
who buy the votes them?
That money was part of the money that Vaz had collected in Mexico City.
From who?
From the Russians them. They were helping
the Russian and the Labour them become friend. All the Russian and the Labour them become friend now.
What the brother name him have that development in St. Catherine, Linstead area.
Who?
The one that was supporting Trump and the one that was supporting Trump's election manager. Do you remember that guy?
Which guy?
The guy was him of Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Him own Russell. And him own another company that does development.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive high-end homes in Jamaica where them launder the money.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Let me look him up. I'll tell you in a minute. Russell, R-U-S-A-L. Russell and Russian owner. Oleg Deripaska. That's him. Billionaire from Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Him is the guy spread a whole lot of money in Jamaica. And him back. Anjo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have come to the end of part 6. You know, Herb Nelson speaks. Is Wilfred Rattigan, Baby Trump and Peter Bunting laundering dirty money in the USA to destabilize Jamaica for the PNP criminal organization. So let's see, you know, what will happen in the long run with these people. You know, if the Jamaican government, in which, if I was the Prime Minister, I would have filed a lawsuit against these people. Not a lawsuit. I would have filed a report against them with the FBI. and the IRS and all the various agency. Because them a try to destabilize Jamaica. When people wicked in there, you have to just deal with them as such. You understand? Yeah, and look here, who plans who want to kill me and them thing, they make sure no come in, no come good. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not afraid of the guy, you know. You understand? We don't care who's the guy and one life we have. And all we have to say, we are defend Jamaica. We don't defend a political party. We don't care in America and in Jamaica and try to destabilize Jamaica. Peter Bunting, traitor, Baby Trump, not a Jamaican, he's a British citizen, so he don't care about Jamaica. So he would burn it down for all of our ashes. And the PMP criminal organization, supporters and activists, them don't love Jamaica. If them did love Jamaica, they would stand up for this. You understand? How many millions of our ancestors die just so we have a little freedom. You understand? And now uno still make white people are manipulating, all because of money and greed. I see him thing when I take her right back to slavery and we over back to the British. I do things in America for the interests of Britain. Oh, see how this all work out on them thing there. So you have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.